Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new video. And today we're going to be talking about roughly 8 or more sketchy facts about Germany people won't tell you. Some of these things people might mention, but a few of them they won't unless you pry and do a little digging. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Let's go ahead with the first one right here. Debit cards don't work and cash is king. I've heard that this is actually not true, but you can confirm this or not. It says cash is in wide circulation in Germany, especially compared to the Netherlands, blah, blah, blah. This is actually written by an individual. We're going to kind of just go through this. I did hear that Germany is slowly starting to use cards more, so I think that would also include debit cards. I'm not sure if that is true. If you guys could, let me know in the comments down below. German trains are always late. Before visiting Germany, I always thought of it as an orderly place where trains were precise and announced arrival time was always correct. Well, Deutsche Bahn did not get that memo. The trains started as soon as I crossed the border. We were dropped off in the middle of our trip at some godforsaken station and told to take a detour via a different train to get to Dusseldorf because they were doing road maintenance that weekend. At least Deutsche Bahn was consistent with their company policy. During our 10-day trip around Germany, I experienced more delays than I could count. That's insane. Delays are annoying, and I have heard that the German train system is not the best, but on the flip side, I have heard some very good things about the Deutsche Bahn and whatnot, and not just the Deutsche Bahn, but other train companies and stuff, if there are other train companies. I'm not entirely sure if there are, but if there are, then cool. The worst thing, however, is the Deutsche Bahn app is not updated quickly enough to be useful most of the time, and the information is outdated, which means the departure platform can change at the last minute and the app will still be minutes behind. So my advice to you is to get mobile data, research several backup options for connections, and take several deep breaths. Boom. W advice. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. There are a bazillion different public transportation companies in Germany. Actually, that is what we were just talking about. Very crazy because I have done a lot of list videos, so this is very interesting for me in particular. I've never been to Germany, so this is blowing my mind as we speak. Depending on your German itinerary, you may end up moving between different zones and regions, which means, you guessed it, different public transportation companies. Deutsche Bahn, VAR, VRS, VT. It got confusing really quickly. Aside from the companies, you'll also have to deal with different trains like the U-Bahn, S-Bahn, Schwebebahn, bus lines, and a lot of others. To your best planner friends are going to be the DB app or the Deutsche Bahn app and Google Maps to plan a route that works, and of course, a strong beverage to keep you sane. It's funny because they did just say at the previous step that the Deutsche Bahn app ain't that reliable. So is it or is it ain't reliable? I'm confused. Okay, y'all let me know in the comments right now, what is the most reliable train system app on your phone for people like moi, an American, that are traveling in Germany? Actually, what is the most beneficial app for anybody traveling in Germany via train system? Let me know in the comments down below. Number 4, Germany is a bad place to be during a heat wave. Now, a lot of you guys have probably seen a few videos of mine, and I have made several comments on Germany possibly being a horrible place to be during the summertime because y'all don't have AC. Let's see what this man has to say. Europe in general is not used to having hot weather in all its breathtaking glory. However, the historical German cities may well be competing for the title of worst place to be when it comes to summer vacations during a heat wave. Let's see if he explains a little more. The heat is impossible when combined with finer cultural pursuits, as museums are like ovens, and exploring the rich history of German cities will be the farthest thing from your mind. Without air conditioning, which I have mentioned before, sounds familiar, doesn't it? You will be lapping up water like a dog, chasing the slight relief that a shadow offers and gratefully paying a premium for ice cream only to have it melt faster than you can eat it. These are all things I was concerned about, specifically when you are indoors during a heat wave in Germany. Although the summer doesn't last very long, global warming is very quickly changing that. On the plus side, a waiter might take pity on you and fetch unlimited carafes? What word is this, man? I don't even know what the hell this is. Of tap water. Germany is much larger than you think. See, I keep getting very mixed fun facts about Germany. It's like, oh, it's either big or it's small. That's what she sees. So it says this might sound weird coming from a Russian. Oh, the guy is Russian. Wow. It is a universally acknowledged truth that when one is on vacation, one is bound to underestimate the amount of time required for pleasant exploration. What I'm saying is add at least an hour to all your calculations. Somehow, I always think I'll need an hour in a museum, and discovering that I could spend a whole day in it just drives me to tears of bitter disappointment. It's only too easy to underestimate the time it takes to travel across Germany, and most people tend to overload their itineraries. Europe is small after all, right? Wrong. Believe me when I say it is impossible to squeeze Berg Eltz and the Circle Bridge in a 3-day highlight tour and come out of it alive. Pick one area and explore the heck out of it. That's what I have also heard. That's some W advice right there, man. W advice. You will find castles in the most unexpected places in Germany. Now, it is a fact, obviously, you will find castles in general in Germany, but I didn't really expect the castles to be placed in the most unexpected places. So let me see if he elaborates a little bit. Right here it says, you might find a castle in your next door neighbor's land, for example. This little gem in the suburban area of Bonn would have gone completely unnoticed, but for a German host trip. Sure, these little blasts from the past are random, but the fact that one day you might discover a castle while walking to your neighbor's dried out moat to ask for a cup of sugar is actually super cool. If you love the outdoors, this is the place for you, as some of the best hiking trails in Germany will take you past incredible castles. And in case the house opposite of your Airbnb doesn't look like a Bavarian castle, you can always make a trip to the famous Burg Neuschwanstein, or a lesser known Schloss Burg Solingen. Now, Solingen is actually a very awesome castle, man. It looks beautiful. Do not expect a receipt from a German cafe, even if you ask nicely. Wow. That is something I never knew. This is brand new information to you, boy. Brand new information. I've done tons of list videos and I've never heard this. So you can either vet this, or you guys can be like, this might not be right, bro. Abandon all hope, all ye who enter Germany. Ye shall not get any receipts for ye tax deductions. The waiters in Germany have this incredible ability to do math in their heads, and here I thought that this skill died out in high school. Actually, this man has a lot higher faith than even me. I thought that skill died out in elementary school. Anyways, German waiters are a rare breed who can calculate very quickly and present you with whatever total they've worked out in their heads. You just have to pay in cash and off you go. Documentation? What is that? All right, Germany, I need y'all to answer this in the comments down below right now. Is this true or not? Because I need a receipt, okay? What if the math is somehow wrong? Okay, what if I do the calculation? What if the person across from me does the calculation and the waiter does the calculation, and there's no verification that the price I'm paying is accurate? I'm gonna ask for a receipt sometimes. Most times it doesn't bother me, but certain places I'm gonna need a receipt. What's the deal with that? Is this an accurate fun fact, or is this subjective? Let me know right now in the comments down below. Let's go! Expect to pay separately for drinks and food in Germany. Now, this is something we already know, so we're gonna glaze over this one. Expect to drink standing up in a German pub. I'm not even gonna dive into that. That seems relatively normal. 10, if you don't cover your glass in time, they'll just keep filling it up. It's very rare for locals to restrict themselves to a single glass of beer. Waiters will make the rounds to refill beer glasses automatically unless you make it a point to signal that you don't want any more. That's what they mean. The only way to do that is to cover the top of your glass with the coaster. How do they keep track of how many glasses a person had? It's simple. The crayon markings you see on the coasters are the number of glasses you drank. That is actually clever, dude. Are you serious right now? The crayon marks you see on the coasters are the number of glasses you drank? That is nutty, bro. Okay. Germans might know more about your culture than you know about theirs. Interesting. Did you ever connect with a local who knew more about your culture than you knew about theirs? Don't be surprised when your German hosts reveal themselves to be knowledgeable about your pop culture, literature, classics, or political situation. It's a lovely situation to be in until you feel obliged to keep pace and mention a favorite German singer, writer, or movie. Well, I guess that might be safer to talk about the weather. I'm very well versed in the culture and stuff like that. well enough to say I'm an expert, but I can hold my own. I've been doing this for a little bit of a minute, so I feel like I could hold my own in a conversation for sure. You might end up in the wrong airport if you fly Ryanair to Dusseldorf. Tempted to go for the cheapest flights to Dusseldorf? My guess is you'll be flying Ryanair. Little did you know that Dusseldorf Wies Airport is 40 miles away from the city. Oh my gosh. It's kind of funny in hindsight that as I struggled finding out with the train connection to the Dusseldorf HBF after being offloaded to the countryside, my mom was stranded in a random airport for an extra hour because none of the information matched her research. Do your homework and make sure your connections work. Interesting. I didn't actually know that. Doorposts on houses have Christmas blessings for luck. What in the world? Yo, these are some new facts for your boy, because I did not know none of this. Some of these I knew. One of these I knew, but not most of these. During my travels, I noticed that the residential houses in Germany often had a strange looking sticker on their doorposts. At first, I thought it was a weird mathematical formula, but I discovered it was a blessing. What initially reminded me of a Jewish mitzvah turned out to be a Christmas blessing brought to these homes by caroling children. Did not know that. These are like Christmas fun facts, man. One of the formula's elements is the year, the last time the house owners welcome the children. While I consider this to be pretty useless knowledge, sometimes you just gotta have an answer for a question that's bugging you. Hey, I'll take that, man. The train ride through Moselle Valley will take your breath away, and that's self-explanatory. Summer is WASP season, even in the big cities. So what you're saying is don't visit Germany in the summer at all. Wasps are terrifying and they're very aggressive. Wasps are like the feral cats of the bug kingdom. They just have their own vibe, dude. They get mad for no reason and they will sting you until they're tired. Germany brings you closer to nature, but sometimes a little too close. Perhaps the flavor of German beer is to be blamed for the abundance of thirsty wasps. Be prepared for them to venture outside of the well-tended garden to stalk the beer gardens in Germany. As long as you cover your drink with a coaster, all you have to do is stare down the wasps, and if you have enough nerve. Don't do that. They want you to stare them down so they have a reason to sting your goofy ass. There are too many types of German sausages. No. Wait. And that statement alone probably triggered a lot of y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. You won't be able to resist the HARIBO stores. I'd say 50-50. Like, HARIBO is amazing, but Germany's the first place I've discovered that there are actually HARIBO candies I don't like, because y'all have such a variety of different HARIBO candies that there are actually a lot of them that I don't like, but there's even more that I do like. You'll be fascinated by the haunting history of life in Germany after World War II. Still to this day, I'm actually working on a commentary video on an anime I'm watching that has everything to do with Germany, and it is going to be a doozy. Hopefully you guys have the patience to sit through it. It'll be very interesting. What was it like for the losing side? What did life look like for the citizens? Visiting the Federal Republic of Germany Museum is one of the best things to do in Bonn. The historical evidence of the FRG Museum will take you on an unforgettable journey from the end of the war to modern Germany. The exhibition lets you experience the flow of time and compile an image of what life was like out of the newspaper articles, daily use products, food, and technology. The consequences of the war stretch through the decades, bringing the country to where it currently is. Those are things not taught in schools. The beauty of the exhibit is that you follow Germany's development through the years, decade by decade, all the way over to modern times. Travel zones and public transportation are confusing. Travel zones are a familiar concept throughout Europe. However, it's pretty hard to tell whether your ticket will cover you if you venture outside of the city. You also need to remember that sometimes you're not just traveling from city to city, but from one land to another, meaning one country to another. So if you want to be as frugal as possible, research the routes in advance. Otherwise, just throw money at the machine and get your unlimited travel within certain zones and cry when you see your bank statement. Yeah, we gonna have to really address that one right there. So I need you guys to elaborate in the comments down below right now what exactly that means, because what I understood from reading that was when you buy a train ticket, that train ticket might not cover you when you leave the city that the train is traveling in while you're on the train. I thought that the train ticket covered your train ride from your initial destination to your final destination. That was my impression. but I might be wrong. So you let me know in the comments down below how that actually works in vivid detail, so that could be clear as heck for me and any other American watching this, or any other foreigner watching this for that matter. Every village in Germany will make you want to spam your Insta stories, and that's self-explanatory. We don't need to get into that. Look at this picture right here. Obviously, every city has an Altstadt of a varying degree of awesomeness. Also self-explanatory. We don't need to get into that. You will want to go back to Germany. That is also self-explanatory. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what did you think of this list? We do stream very often on twitch.tv/JamesBreaking. We play video games and all that good stuff. So if you want to take part in the live audience things and test my knowledge on Germany and the lack thereof, go ahead and hit that link in the description down below. It's ready for you guys whenever you are.